This be your host, MC Abbas, will be starting very shortly. Thank you.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم هو الله الذي لا إله إلا هو عالم الغيب والشهادة هو الرحمن الرحيم. He is Allah, other than whom there is no deity, knower of the unseen and the witnessed. He is the entirely merciful, the especially merciful. He is Allah, other than whom there is no deity, the sovereign, the pure, the perfection, the bestower of faith, the overseer, the exalted in might, the compeller, the superior. Exalted is Allah above whatever they associate with Him. He is Allah, the creator, the inventor, the fashioner. To Him belong the best of the names.
Well, normally, ladies and gentlemen, we do certainly have the lighting of the lamp ceremony, but this time, IICCB is known for its innovation. So this sapling that you see here will turn into a beautiful tree in the years to come. Ladies and gentlemen, round of applause continues.
I would like to bring to your notice today the purpose of launching this IICCB to uplift our community, especially the lower section, the people who are underprivileged, who have not got the access top niche of our community business houses.
Well, many a times, ladies and gentlemen, some of the most successful people in the world have spoken about networking. Well, if you see the world's richest man, Jeff Bezos of the Amazon, if you speak to Bill Gates, the former Microsoft chairman, or you even ask our very own billionaires here in India, the answer comes, your network equals your net worth. That is the power of network.
It was all started amidst the pandemic. The COVID-19 virus had taken the entire world under its clutches. The pandemic impact on economy was immense. People started losing jobs. Many businesses were forced to shut down. Lockdowns everywhere. Nowhere to go, nothing to do. We got our business chambers registered in the holy month of Ramadan. The name Indian Islamic Chamber of Commerce and Bureau under Indian Trust Act. IICCB is a non-profit organization, a NGO, which is spreading its arms to all. Our vision is to provide a platform to the community to collaborate and conduct business according to Islamic principles, abiding Indian laws. से शुरुआत करना चाहता हूँ, तवज्जो फरमाएं। हयात लेके चलो, कायनात लेके चलो, हयात लेके चलो, कायनात लेके चलो, चलो तो सारे ज़माने को साथ लेके चलो.
To introduce our keynote speaker, may I request the managing committee member of IICCB, Mr. Shiraz Pasha, to please do the honors.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Everyone, a warm welcome and a very good evening. On behalf of IICCB, it is a great honor for me to introduce a well-known personality and a very important guest. He is our keynote speaker of the day. He is an elite builder, developer, a visionary, and a philanthropist. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Ziaullah Sharif, Chairman of IBC Company.
बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम अस्सलामु अलैकुम वरहमतुल्लाहि वबरकातुहू। मोअज़्ज़िज़ सामईन, मैं एक मैसेज ऑफ लाइफ से अपनी बात शुरू करता हूँ। मोहब्बत की नज़र अहले वफा की शान पैदा कर। मोहब्बत की नज़र अहले वफा की शान पैदा कर। बुलंदी और पस्ती की ज़रा पहचान पैदा कर। दमागो दिल की अक्सर क़ुव्वतें पिन्हा रहीं अब तक। दमागो दिल की अक्सर क़ुव्वतें पिन्हा रहीं अब तक। कोई उनके उभरने का भी आप सामान पैदा कर। न हो माहौल से मायूस, न हो माहौल से मायूस, दुनिया खुद बना अपनी। दिलों में हौसले और हौसलों में जान पैदा कर। मज़ा है मरने जीने का इन्हीं ख़तरों के दामन में। मज़ा है मरने जीने का इन्हीं ख़तरों के दामन में। नई बिजली, नई आंधी, नए तूफान पैदा कर। न दिल टूटे, न दिल टूटे, न दामन ज़ब्त गम का हाथ से छूटे। वो पत्थर का जिगर, वो ज़िंदगी में जान पैदा कर। ये सब तुझसे अगर मुमकिन न हो ए महवी नादा, तो अपनी मौत का फिर शौक से सामान पैदा कर। इस ऑर्गेनाइजर्स का बहुत मशकूर हूँ। तो मुझे कुछ पता नहीं था, वो आके रिक्वेस्ट किए कि आपके बात करने से बहुत से लोगों को हेल्प होगा करके। हेल्प करने के लिए मैं हमेशा आगे आगे हूँ। मेरे से जो भी कौम की खिदमत हो सकती, इंशाअल्लाह, न सिर्फ मेरी दौलत, मेरी जान तक अल्लाह की राह में हाजिर है। एनी टाइम anybody needs any help, any advice, inshallah, I am there to help you all. Thank you very much.
And one thing I've noticed, whenever I've met stalwarts, luminaries such as you, they've all been so simple and down to earth. जैसे आप शायरी के शौकीन हैं, झुकता वही है जिसमें जान होती है, अकड़ना मुर्दे की पहचान होती है। Ladies and gentlemen, the legendary Shakhsiyat, Mrs. Yala Sharif, deserves a rousing round of applause.
Group of institutions. The vast expand. The School of Management offers a 2-year program to award a master's degree in management, that is, an
On behalf of Chairman, Presidency Group of Institution and Chancellor, Presidency University, Dr.
Part about this university is it has highly qualified, friendly and cooperative staff. It has mixed faculty and they have Indian teachers too who refer Indian books. This university is a gateway of future opportunities and it would act as a platform to groom our skills as it has collaborated.
According to WHO, every 2,000 people, there should be one doctor. But in India, the ratio is pretty high. Every 28,000 people, we have one doctor. So we are dire need of having doctors over accreditation. We have European accreditation and we are affiliated with...
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Mohammed Masih. I am a student of International Business and Finance from the University of Hertfordshire from the United Kingdom. ICAT. So having a pain, problem, a disease and an ailment and then visiting a doctor and then taking a medicine and then finally, or the medicines which are chemical based, or if not then go end up for a surgery. So these are the only two alternatives which is there in the allopathy department. So this is where we from ICAT, a center of integrative medicine, specializing in the wet cupping therapy, the clinical application of wet cupping therapy from the United Kingdom.
Ladies and gentlemen, next on stage we will have Mr. Akram Syed, a true rags to riches story. A person who has studied in an Urdu school and we name to this day, he's been invited by the former president of the United States of America, Barack Obama, to the White House for the Iftar party. That deserves a huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.
رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا. To set the context of the panel that we're going to be talking about, which is economic trends post-pandemic, we have distinguished and esteemed panelists with me today across the industry, and I'm just going to ask them to join me. Mr. Mohammed Salia, CEO and Managing Director of iWave Systems Private Limited, a company which sells electronics to Japan. Mr. Please join us. I'm going to be doing your detailed introduction a little later, but Mr. Mohammed Salia is a managing director and co-founder. For the last 20 years, he's built a beautiful company with 200 engineers, and mashallah, he sells his products and services to the worldwide. And next, I have a pioneer in real estate industry, who have transformed and put Bangalore in an international map. Mr. You know everyone, Silver Lines, Farooq Bhai. Farooq Mahmood Saab, please join us. And we have an educationist, a philanthropist, and by training an engineer like me, Dr. Abdul Khadir, who's nationally acclaimed and internationally acclaimed. We, from United States, will be working with him shortly. So please, and from the Presidency Foundation, I have a young lady. So we have generational speakers here, right? So either Salman or Nafisa, have you decided who's going to be on the stage to represent your philanthropic arm of presidency? Oh, that's Salman. Okay, please join us, Salman. And last but not least, Hajj Corporation of India's, our own local, Dr. Iqbal Ahmad Siddiqui will be another co-panelist with me.
26, when I was working in ISRO, my friends started asking me, everyone was going abroad, going for an IT job. They said, Salia, are you not capable of getting a job outside ISRO? That is where you are staying in ISRO. My goal was to be in ISRO. That time, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam was also the scientist there.
He's getting emotional. Who will not get emotional with Dr. Kalam?
Yeah. Those days, the telemedicine was not very well accepted, but during the pandemic, many governments, they accepted telemedicine. So we developed software to take care of telemedicine. You connect all the vital sensors and then take the data to the cloud. It becomes an IoT. They process the data on the cloud. You give the solution to the customer. This is the patient. So one of our teams, they developed an algorithm, AI, ML, DL algorithm for analyzing the X-ray, chest X-ray, to confirm this patient is having COVID-19 or not. So this is helping people, and in that process, if you give an X-ray data, the software will identify 16 different diseases of that patient. Any one of the diseases he may have. If this pandemic has not occurred, we would not be exercising all these new technologies.
Perspective of real estate, I'm very bullish. Short term, we might be having some pains, but long term, we're here and we're here to stay. And I'll tell you with statistics of why I'm sure that this market is never going to collapse in the coming decade at least. You've got big names like Brookfield, who invested close to 50 billion US. In Bangalore alone, they've put in a couple of billion, 4 or 5 billion US in 2 or 3 companies. Then you've got Brookfield, you've got the Qatari investment fund, the Singapore funds. All these people are queuing up developers' offices to take a stake of the pie. And they wouldn't possibly do that if they didn't see the right potent. And they're picking up the best assets in the country right now. So this gives me that feeling that, listen, this business is here. Yes, good. Top end is doing extremely well. In fact, we've sold an apartment for about 28 crores to Narayan Murthy, the founder of Infosys. His son, who's in the UK, he wants to move in, and we've just sold him an apartment just across the street here. And not just him, we've sold 3 apartments worth about 30 crores each in the past 3 months. So if somebody can put 30 crores down to take an apartment in a market like this today, there is strength in the market.
कि एक अहम तरीन ज़रूरत है ये इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर, ब्रिजेस, इंडस्ट्रीज, पावर प्लांट्स, यकीनन ज़रूरत है। इसके के साथ साथ भाईचारगी, मोहब्बत हमारे मुल्क की एक अहम तरीन ज़रूरत है, जिसको शाहीन कंट्रीब्यूट करने में कामयाबी हासिल किया है। हमारे बरादरान वतन अपनी बेटियों को शाहीन में एडमिशन करा के सुकून की सांस लेते हैं। हमारी बहनें इंतज़ार करती हैं, बेटी 8th से 9th में जाती है तो फिक्र होती है, 9th से 10th में होती है तो वो इंतज़ार करते हैं ये कब 10th पास करेगी और कब हम शाहीन में एडमिशन कराएंगे, और बेफिक्र हो जाएंगे। ये अपना ख्याल रखेगी, इसमें स्टेबिलिटी आएगी और ये हमारी इज्जत करेगी, घर में खुशी का माहौल होगा।
Post pandemic, what has been happening in the education sector, we had integrated completely into technology. So the first 1 month was how to integrate our offline classes, how to convert this completely into a technologically enabled classroom. So that 1 month went into that. And then following that was grooming and teaching training the teachers to be able to teach on this platform. It's called pedagogy, for the methods of teaching that they use to teach these students. But moreover, I would like to take this opportunity to talk about edutech, this beautiful thing that has actually come out of this pandemic. The fact that we can integrate education and technology has opened various windows, not just for us private entities, but actually for those underprivileged students from various parts of the city to reach the classroom in their phones. Even if we integrate government schools and make them technologically abled by just giving them a projector, by just giving them few speakers and a laptop, we can teach. The best of the best teachers can teach in their.
The most affected sectors due to this pandemic is tourism, aviation and hospitality. So, and now after the post-pandemic, they are started bouncing back in V-shape. But Hajj is becoming more and more costlier because of the so many conditions, so many regulations the Saudi government is putting.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. It's a pleasure to be here today, and I'm very glad that I'll be sharing my journey with you all. It is indeed a privilege to be the sports ambassador for Indian Islamic Chamber of Commerce and Bureau.
I request Fatima to please come forward and hand over the souvenir to Mr. Salman Ahmed. Could we have the souvenir for Salman Ahmed, a very young, dynamic entrepreneur? Round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Salman Ahmed of the Presidency University Group of Institutions and the Foundation, the youngest on the panel today. Next, may I request Mr. Syed Umair, the proprietor of Hindustan Hotels, to please come forward and present our souvenir to Mr. Farooq Mahmood with a huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Truly enlightened, sir, with your bold acknowledgement and, of course, the way to proceed. Also on stage, please welcome Mr. Nadeem to come forward on stage and hand over the souvenir to Dr. Abdul Khadir. Round of applause continues, ladies and gentlemen. We have some very established names on the panel today that deserve a huge round of applause, of the Shaheen Group of Institution, a towering visionary, I must say. May I request Mr. Shiraz Pasha to please come on stage and hand over the souvenir to Mr. Iqbal Siddiqui. May I request Shiraz Pasha Sahab to please come on stage. He's outside. Sahab, if you could, Mar Sharif Sahab, if you could please come. Round of applause continues, ladies and gentlemen, to Mr. Iqbal Siddiqui. Iqbal Siddiqui Sahab. May I request Mr. Tanveer Ahmad to please come forward and do the honors to Mr. M.A. Muhammad Salia. Mr. Tanveer Ahmad, please do the honors. Mr. Muhammad Salia, undoubtedly, I'd say he's met the man himself, Dr. Abdul Kalam, who once said, success is when your signature turns into an autograph. Mr. U.S. Moinuddin to please do the honors to our moderator this evening, Mr. Akram Syed. We'd like to hand over a souvenir from us, Mr. Moinuddin, very accomplished gentleman, to please do the honors to Mr. Akram Syed. From our sports ambassador, we'd like to request you to please do the honors to Mrs. Kausar Ahmed of the Presidency Foundation. Round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Our title sponsor, Presidency Foundation.
We have a success story of this networking event, which we are really proud of. Alhamdulillah, Mr. Azim Khan Sahab, who's MC with our IICCB, has cracked a deal of $1 million here tonight. A great round of applause to Mr. Azim Khan for cracking this fantastic and phenomenal contract with this networking event. This is what the success story is, and this is what we are here for. This is what I have another success story from IICCB. I present this mic to Mr. Hidayatullah from Capto to share his success story.
Round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Round of applause.
Assalamu alaikum. This is Syed Hidayatullah. I'm CEO of Capto. It's a transportation technology marketplace. I would like to thank Sister Fatima Ajmal. She connected me to one company called Booking Hospitality, and they have actually given us an order for Aeroshow transportation services, and we have been doing that for last 3 days, and we are proud to be a transportation provider for Aeroshow 2021. So thanks Sister Fatima for giving that reference.
Mr. Syed from Flying Carpet.
Thank you so much. Assalamu alaikum. I'm from an event management background. Everybody thinks that event management didn't do well at the time of pandemic. I can proudly tell it's not me, I got collaborated with Fatima Ajmal from Firefly Events. We almost did 27 events in the pandemic. You name it, we were there in the hotel. You name it, we were there in the hotel. We have done lots and lots of events through IICCB. Thank you so much. I guess it's an amazing platform. Thank you. Thank you so much, Fatima ma'am, for the opportunity.